Galla.
Thank you, sir. Sir, once again, I'm constrained to focus on our state's issues. Due to the non-implementation of the AP Reorganization Act and assurances given to us, the range of non-implementation spreads across many ministries, with finance being the most important. Sir, I rise to speak on the GST amendment bills placed before the House for its consideration. Out of these 4 bills, amendments to UT GST, IGST, and GST compensation to states are minor ones, but amendments to CGST are major. Hence, I would like to focus mainly on my submissions on this bill and a few other issues. Sir, it is not just the finance minister, but the home minister, the prime minister, and even the entire cabinet has been trumpeting that the 14th Finance Commission has recommended not to confer special category status on any state or extend benefits to any of the special category states. The fact of the matter is that nowhere in the 14th Finance Commission has recommended this. I don't want to repeat the details. This has been made amply clear with evidence when I initiated the discussion on the no confidence motion in the first week of this session. But I do seek the attention of the House at what Clause 11 of CGST bill says. It proposes to amend Section 22 of the CGST Act. Proviso to Clause 11 says, and I quote, "Provided further that the government may, at the request of a special category state and on the recommendations of the Council, enhance the aggregate turnover referred to it in the first proviso, etc., subject to such conditions and limitations." Mr. Finance Minister, what does this mean? Sir, on the one hand, you are saying that henceforth no benefits would be given to special category states once GST is implemented, but on the other, this is what you are doing, sir. Again, in the same clause, you are further clarifying the explanation 3 to subsection 4 of section 22, which talks about special category states. What are you doing, sir? You are adding special category states to this explanation. It means you are further categorically explaining how benefits to special category states mentioned in Article 279A 4G are given. Mr. Finance Minister, the people of AP are watching every move. Please don't think that the people of AP are fools and political or legislative illiterates. They'll give a befitting reply in the coming elections. So all I appeal to you is to please include AP also under Article 279A, and as promised by you, that you would extend all benefits given to special category states to AP and support us to the hilt. All we are asking you, sir, give us the same benefits in the same manner that you're giving to all special category states, sir. Sir, it was only this last Monday that the Commerce Minister, in a reply to a question in this very House, had said that Northeast Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy would be extended to the Northeast till 2022. Not only this, the Government of India has extended central assistance measures and incentives to special category states in August 2017, and the new industrial incentive package to the Northeast states in March 2018. When we're asking for the same, you're maneuvering like snowboarders trying to deny this to AP, sir. So please don't cheat the people of AP. All I would say is to please extend the benefits that you have given to special category states in the same manner to AP also, sir. Sir, Government of India has given nothing to AP post the GST implementation. If we look at the tax incentives you've given prior to the GST implementation, they're not exclusive to AP alone. It has been given to all the 150 backward districts in the country, sir. Nothing unique has been given to Andhra Pradesh. Secondly, if you look at section 94, 1 and 2, it clearly says that Government of India should give tax incentives to promote industrialization and economic growth. But what you have given is just 15% higher additional depreciation and 15% investment allowance, that too to only 7 backward districts of Andhra Pradesh, which you are giving to all the 150 backward districts in the entire country, sir. There's nothing special for Andhra Pradesh in this. Sir, you've not even extended this to the backward mandals of the remaining 6 districts in Andhra Pradesh, sir. Secondly, you've turned off from what we have asked. We have been asking On the lines of northeastern states' tax incentives, sir, 30% of the investment in plant and machinery with an upper limit of 5 crores, 3% on working capital credit advance, reimbursement of 100% insurance premium, giving us Government of India's share of CGST and IGST as a refund, the way you're doing for the other special category states, reimbursement of center's share of IT for 5 years, financial support from National Infrastructure Investment Fund. These are the incentives that are being given to all the 11 special category states, and we demand the same incentives for Andhra Pradesh, sir. Sir, as per the notification issued in July 2017, in pursuance of budgetary support of 27,000 crores to the existing 4,324 units in special category states till the sunset period of March 2027, sir. And again, on 21st March 2018, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry approved the Northeast Industrial Development Scheme with a financial outlay of 3,000 crores to northeastern states up to March 2020. The incentives are given for capital investment, to access credit, interest incentive, GST reimbursement, IT reimbursement, transport, employment, and other incentives. What have you done on all of these, Mr. Minister? You have not given a single paisa to Andhra Pradesh, and now you've come up with these amendments. How can we support the bill, sir, when we are not included as part of your assurances? You want us to pass these amendments to support the rest of the country, but you're not supporting Andhra Pradesh, sir. You're not meeting the commitments of the AP Reorganization Act or the assurances given by then Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. Sir, our state AP is not a non-performing state, sir. It has always been a performing state, and we will be a performing state again. But today, we are in a financial mess, and it's up to the Government of India, who created that mess, and this Parliament to correct that, sir. Sir, AP is the loser due to GST to the tune of 2,600 crores per annum, because from a producing state, it has been reduced to a consuming state. Of course, the Union Government is compensating this, but not totally. Secondly, Government of India compensates only for 5 years, sir. So what will be the fate of my state after 5 years? Because even after the award period of the 14th Finance Commission, AP will be the only major state in the country still with a revenue deficit. Thirdly, how can you justify compensating AP only for the first 5 years when it is reeling under severe financial crunch due to the undemocratic and unscientific bifurcation? So I demand, and I am sure many honourable members support me, as their states are also in a similar position, to increase the period of compensating states from 5 years to 10 years, sir.
Okay.
Sir, the second part is how AP, sir, just give me a few minutes and I'll wrap up, sir. Second part is how AP is deprived of the GST benefit. Let me explain this, Mr. Minister. There is no doubt, due to the dynamic leadership of our CM Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, we have done well under GST. However, our average revenue is only 1,461 crores per month, with a population share in the undivided state of 58%. The average revenue of Telangana is 1,740 crores per month, with 42% of the population of the undivided state. Our revenues could have been higher had the AP Reorganization Act had been drafted in a fair and equitable manner, sir. Sir, the Reorganization Act says that areas of revenue go to the state where the dealers have been registered, as on the date of the bifurcation, and most of the dealers were obviously registered in Hyderabad, and refunds burden to be shared by the successor states in the ratio of population. By this intentionally created anomaly, we have lost a minimum of 3,000 crores, sir. We have lost the advantage of a well-developed capital like Hyderabad, which provided most of the tax revenues of the undivided Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh doesn't have the advantage of high consumption in view of low per capita income and the absence of metro cities. And unfortunately, the GST compensation doesn't take care of all these issues and does not take them into consideration. Hence, the revenue deficit issue of AP should be taken care of, especially since it is not possible through the GST route. So I just want to make one point on real estate and one point on agriculture items, then I'll wrap up, sir.
Please try to be very brief.
Sir, when GST was introduced, a rosy picture was given that there would be a real estate boom, which would result in employment opportunities and increased economic activity. It proved to be a damp squib, not just in AP, but across the country, sir. Here I will give you an example in AP, sir. There's 12% GST on the cost of an apartment, and if you calculate registration charges, it comes to 20%, sir. If one takes an apartment for 50 lakhs, the tax liability is 10 lakhs. How can real estate revive with this huge tax liability, sir? Hence, I request the Honourable Minister to revisit this, take this to the GST Council, discuss it, and please bring it down to 5%, sir. Sir, when it comes to agriculture items, I just want to make a couple of points. The Act says that agriculture items are removed from the purview of GST, but there are some commodities which are agriculture, but the GST Council, for the reasons best known to it, is not considering them as agriculture, sir. Let me give a few examples. Sir, 5% GST is imposed on red chilies, where 0% is on green chilies. Now, Guntur, the constituency I represent, is the world's leading producer of chilies, sir. All they do is they dry the green chilies in the sun to make them red chilies, sir. There's no processing involved. But the 5% GST is there for red chilies. And earlier there was no sales tax or VAT on red chilies, sir. So please remove this anomaly by removing the tax on red chilies. Similarly, there's 0% GST on turmeric. But after drying turmeric under the sun, which is a very natural process, 5% GST is imposed. How is it justified, sir? So please remove the GST on red chilies and on turmeric powder at the earliest, sir.
Okay.
Sir, roasted red gram, sir, last point. Roasted red gram is also done through the natural process, and neither there's any value addition or process involved. But 18% GST is imposed on this, sir. So I request that it should be treated like agriculture commodity and not as a processed food. Right. I have no hesitation to say that it is irony that de-stemming is also considered a value addition under GST, sir. It's ridiculous that by removing the stem from any vegetable, that becomes value addition and gets taxed as GST, sir. So I request the FM to look into these and remove GST on chilies, turmeric, and other non-processed, naturally processed.
Right.
Sir,
please wind up, please.
These words, I request the Minister to take these important issues before the GST Council and they're addressed positively without any further delay.
Right.
Thank you very much, sir.
Ready.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, Chairman.